Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Blackburn Rovers. We are midway through February. I've played one more game than I wanted to play. I didn't want to play the Sheffield United game. I've played it since the last episode. Obviously the transfer window has been opened. It has also closed. And you can see our transfer budget has skyrocketed from about 300k to £4.9 million, which means there's quite a few players who have left the club. I'm going to work my way down them in order that they left. I'm going to only pick on the main ones. Abubakar Kouadio, a player who we pointed out in the last episode, he's gone out on loan to Spal. We're getting a bit of money for him every month, so that's not too bad. He'll never get a work permit though. The first of the big money deals, Giuseppe Iglio, has signed for Ligue 1 side Reims in France, £2.5 million in total. He wasn't getting any games, so I thought I'd cash in on him. This one will probably come as a bit of a surprise to you. Joey Seens has gone out on loan to SK Rapid Wien in Austria. Basically, he needs some game time, and at the moment, he's not as good as our other options up front, hence being out on loan. Another player who's gone out on loan who needs some game time is 21-year-old Barbadian striker, not really, attacking midfielder, Rico Manning. He's gone on loan to Rotherham until the end of the season. Hopefully he plays. He's played twice for us and twice for Rotherham so far. He scored a goal in the last episode, and this episode he's gone out on loan to Aberdeen. Cyprian Dogru is gone to Aberdeen on loan until the end of the season. He's looking like a really good player, but we don't really have the space for him in our side at the moment, so I thought I'd loan him out and get him some first team football. The biggest of the transfers out is Maurice Sportelli. He has gone to Pescara in Syria, in Italy. He's gone back to his native Italy. He's gone for £6.25 million up front, potentially rising to £7.5 million, which is a huge amount of money for a player who he didn't really cut it, partially because I didn't play him enough, but I think we've got a decent amount of money for him. Another player to leave is Allen. He has gone to Millwall for some money. I can't remember how much money. Let's find out, shall we? £2.9 million. He's gone to Millwall. We've got more money back from him than what we spent on him. He just wasn't getting any games. And the final player we're going to mention is Andre Dazelle, gone out on loan to Crawley in League 2. Clearly shows that his standard is League 2 footballer. And I know what you're thinking, we must have brought in some players to replace them. Not really, we've brought in 3 players since the last episode. There was the Italian/Ivorian player we brought in. We've also brought in Thiago Henrique, who is a 19-year-old Portuguese right-back, who's immediately gone out on loan to Bradford City. He came in on a free transfer. He might get better, I don't know. I just kind of took a gamble on him. The only player who's joined who has a little bit of merit behind him is Ben McNally, 23-year-old English centre-back, joined from Huddersfield for some money. I should really remember these things before I actually start talking about them. 575k he's come in for. He's got a lot of potential. He's English, which was a huge part of the reason for me to buy him. I like the look of him. He needs a bit of time, but I like the look of him for now. And finally, Graham White, who is a 23-year-old English striker/winger, he's joined on a free transfer. He's been on a free transfer for quite a while. He's been sat there. I think Bournemouth released him? That's my guess. Yeah, he was on loan at Ebbsfleet. Then Bournemouth released him and hasn't picked up a club since. I looked at him and went, he's pretty quick. Attacking-wise, he's alright. He's in as a backup. So if we never play him, we never play him. So that is our transfer business for the season. We've only spent 5.25 million. We've brought in 13.5 million. One huge transfer that didn't actually go through was for this guy, Andrea Damjanov. He almost left £15 million to Borussia Dortmund wanted him. I was trying to sneak in a sell-on. They weren't having any of it. They rejected, they pulled out of the deal. The best thing is, Damjanov didn't really care, which is amazing. Let's get into the fixtures then. Since the last episode, we started off with an FA Cup third round game against Huddersfield, which was a 1-1 draw. Mitchell Entwistle and Andrea Damjanov were the goals, which took us to a replay. The first game we had in the league was against Wolverhampton Wanderers, which was a quite comfortable 4-2 victory in the end. Jim Glendon with the goals for us. Not all the goals, just the one. Damjanov gets a goal. Petrelli gets a goal. Dennis Montoya gets himself sent off for 2 yellow cards. Michael Gasser gets a goal in the 91st minute. Kalen Hines and Fernando Fonseca with the goals for Wolves. We pick up 3 good points there. Back in the cup, and we do go through against Huddersfield. Ivan Bulger-Basic with the only goal, setting up a fourth round tie against Aston Villa, which you can see we lost in a replay. Then we played 3 games in a row, and we didn't score any goals. First up was Sheffield Wednesday, Bartosz Kowal and Kjartan Kuvas with the 2 goals for them. Obviously, no goals for us. Then a 0-0 draw against Bournemouth. I had to play this match 3 times. I played them first time, I drew one apiece. I played them a second time, I beat them 2-1. And then I played them a third time, drew 0-0. Every single time, the game crashed about 2 days after this match happened. So, after the third one, I just went, you know what, 0-0, I'll take it, that'll do. And then a similar thing happened with the Watford game. I played this one twice as well. Watford, 0-0. The first time I think we won 1-0 in the first match. Second match it was 0-0. I thought I'd take a point. That'll do. Then in the FA Cup against an Aston Villa side that we should have beaten because we were much better than them. Paul Oakdina with the goal for us in the 87th minute. Alex Febas in the 91st minute gets an equaliser to take it to a replay. Back in the league, and 3 points were picked up against Brighton and Hove Albion. Jim Glendon and Clive Todd were the goals, the 2 wingers getting the points there. And then we crash out of the FA Cup against Aston Villa. Elia Petrelli with a goal on the 31st minute. We then conceded in the 91st minute again for the second time against Aston Villa. Carlo Alberto Tiozzi in the 91st minute takes it to extra time. In extra time, Istvan Bogati in the 118th minute gives Aston Villa the victory. We're out of the FA Cup, which in a way I'm kind of happy with. And then finally, a 1-1 draw with Sheffield United. Paul Oakdina with a goal for us on 7 minutes in the 93rd minute. Richmond Boaki with the goal from the penalty spot. And this, you can see here, 93rd minute, 91st minute. That one we won. 91st minute. We seem to concede lots of goals pretty late on. And it's somewhat annoying. We need to really stop that. Those results, however, do mean that we are just sat inside the playoffs. We are 4 points clear of MK Dons in 7th place. We would have been a lot better off if I actually stuck with the original results I got, but annoyingly, I couldn't do that. So we're quite a distance behind Sheffield Wednesday and Wolves. We can catch them up. It is highly possible. Today we've got 2 matches. Birmingham are going to be the first match, and we're going to have Fleetwood because the Sheffield United game I was supposed to play, I kind of forgot. Both teams in inconsistent form. Birmingham sat in 11th. So, I mean, we should be better than them. I don't know why I said that, because we're probably not. I completely forgot to mention as well, there are 2 main things that are happening right here. Firstly, we're in a bit of an injury crisis. Bullysticks obviously still injured. Jim Glendon's injured. Bulger Basics injured. So is Paul Oakdina. Dave Shepherd got a minor injury, and so does Alfie Jones. So, we're a little bit thin on the ground, considering I sold about 4 players in the January transfer window. Secondly, you remember this guy, Leonardo Suarez, the Bolivian goalkeeper? He was on loan at Real Betis in Spain, and I just randomly applied for a work permit, and he got one. So, we've now got a new first-team goalkeeper. The starting lineup we're going to go for today against Birmingham in goal is Leonardo Suarez. Back 4 of Steve Simpson, Ben McNally, Joey Guest and Jamal. Midfield, Clive Todd, Gaishel Nisiala, Dennis Montoya and Michael Gasser. Andrea Daminov will partner Elia Petrelli up front. I know Daminov isn't a striker, but I've nowhere else to play him, and I promised him he'd play, so that's where he starts. A 4-2-3-1 formation for Birmingham then against our usual 4-4-2. I've just realised I don't know whether I picked the right 4-4-2. Can I go tactics? We are at home. We are playing the right 4-4-2. Okay, we're good. Because we've sold a large number of players but haven't actually spent any of the money from it, I've managed to convince the board. I think they're doing the training ground. They're actually improving the training ground soon, which will be really helpful. And I've also just changed my head of youth development, so when the youth players come through, we should get a decent load of players. Highlight starts after a minute and a half. That's actually really early on. I'm not sure I'm a fan of this. Montoya, Nisiala, forward to Daminov. Daminov back to Dennis Montoya. What is he going to do with it? Just stand still with the ball for a little bit. Walks it forward. Through ball to Elia Petrelli. Can he cross it in? Daminov's at the back. Clive Todd's at the back. Daminov's in the middle. We're 1-0 up. 2 minutes on the clock. This is a good start after me being panicky and worried. And straight after the goal, we have another highlight. And usually these ones mean a goal. So Brennan's on the ball. Fernandez out to Michael Gass with the interception. Jamal Montoya. Ball upfield to Elia Petrelli. Runs down the left-hand side. Crossed in. Virginia makes a save. That's not the highlight, is it? We're going to see something else from this. Virginia drops it. Roy. Raimundo. Fernandez. Marcucci. Brennan. Fernandez again on the halfway line, over the halfway line to Raimundo. Raimundo's ball forward, Tony Martinez. Martinez intercepted by Stevie Simpson. Damianov on the halfway line. Gas is going to get there. Petrelli's ball through to Damianov. This has to be the goal. He's hit it just wide. Could have been 2-0 after 4 minutes. We've got a corner. 22 minutes on the clock. Nisiala takes it. Montoya's there. It's going to go to Gasser. Gasser to Montoya. Jumps a tackle. It's cleared. Souza on the halfway line for Birmingham. Waits for his entire team to join him. Jamal with a tackle. Marcucci. Leiden to Brennan. Brennan across to Raimundo. Wasn't a good pass. Petrelli to Damianov. Chest control into the area. Damianov has a go. It's a great save from the keeper. They're going to keep it in play. Leiden does. There is 5 minutes left of the first half. Sheffield Wednesday have just equalised against Bournemouth, which is actually a match that's quite important to us, annoyingly. Bournemouth were winning, they're not anymore, and it is half-time. I'm not going to change anything at the moment. I'm thinking Damianov might need to come off because I think he's had quite a few chances, hasn't actually done anything with them. Leiden has given away a free kick. We have another free kick. Nisiala takes it. Gas is there. It's headed clear. Tony Martinez. Ball forward to Souza. Clive Todd gets the ball from him though. Gasser's got Petrelli in front. He's running into the penalty area. Can he cross it in? He does. Damianov's there. Damianov's made it 2-0. He's definitely not getting subbed. He's on a hat-trick. Maybe I should just badmouth my players a lot more often, because every time I do, they can just suddenly perform better. Nisiala to Gasser. Gasser's got Petrelli inside. Finds Petrelli. Takes a few touches. Clive Todd's there. Todd's hit the top of the bar. Gass is going to keep it in play. He's gone through the back of him. It's going to be a throw-on. Joey Guest in his own half. McNally. First time we've had to say his name all game. Nisiala to Stevie Simpson. Nisiala gets it back forward to Clive Todd. Gets round his man. Bit of space on the right-hand side. Crossed in. Damianov's there at the front. Andrea Damianov gets himself a hat-trick against Birmingham. He's not a striker. He's got 5 goals all season, and he's now got 3 more just in this game. 62 minutes, and we have another highlight. What is happening? There seems to be a hell of a lot going on at the moment. Carnu takes over the halfway line. Gliozzi. Fernandez. Carnu again with his injury. Runs it forward. Has a go from outside the area. Optimistic Carnu. 62 minutes still on the clock. Brennan. Cullen. Fernandez. Gliozzi. First touch football from Birmingham there was great. Jamal gets it clear. 75 minutes on the clock. Dennis Montoya is going to be making way for Adam Fenton. I think, are you a natural? You're better as an advanced playmaker, that'll do. We'll just do the one sub for now. I want to bring off Damianov because he's not a striker, but he has scored a hat-trick, so it seems a bit unfair. 5 minutes left to play. Sheffield Wednesday are 2 apiece with Bournemouth, which means we do close the gap by potentially 2 points unless Bournemouth can get another goal. Joey Guest takes a free kick. It's full time. We have won comfortably against Birmingham 3-0. 20 fouls? Calm down. That result does leave us in 6th place. We are just 4 points behind Sheffield Wednesday now. We are 4 points clear of MK Dons. We are a couple of days away from the Fleetwood game, and some good news. Xavier Boulistix has completed the recovery phase of his treatment. Following his broken leg, he is now about 7 weeks away from returning to the first team. Is it likely that we are going to see him before the end of the season? We might be lucky and see him right near the end. To be honest, I feel like it's probably a risk. Welcome back for match 2 of the episode against Fleetwood Town away from home. There has already been an important result that's taken place this weekend, and that was yesterday on the Friday night. Sheffield Wednesday drew with Watford. So, Sheffield Wednesday, now they are 5 points clear. A win will move us a lot closer to Sheffield Wednesday and hopefully further away from MK Dons, who are playing Birmingham, who we just beat 3-0. I am going to stick with the same starting 11, so it is Suarez, Simpson, McNally, Guest and Jamal. Todd, Nisiala, Montoya and Gasser in midfield. Damianov and Petrelli are the 2 strikers. I have changed to the away formation. I need to make sure, late on in the game, we shut up shop, which might involve bringing off a striker, sticking another defender on. I'm not sure yet. I just don't like the idea of conceding late goals again. Both sides rocking a 4-4-2. Is that Ashley Fletcher? It is Ashley Fletcher. He's not a bad footballer, although he is now 30 years old. Okay, he scored 16 goals this season. He's most definitely their goal threat. Earlier on in the season, we did have a decent little patch of form, which we seem to have kind of dropped off at the moment. I would like us to get back onto winning ways. And then, you can see we've already got 10 draws, which is way too many draws for a team that's challenging for, essentially for playoffs. We're not challenging for promotion straight away, are we? 16th minute, we've got a highlight starting with a goal kick from Fleetwood. Ball forward, Damianov gets it, Petrelli into Nisiala. Nisiala to Petrelli again. Clive Todd's making a run if he can find him. Goes Nisiala instead. In the middle again, Petrelli. Damianov has a go. He should have buried that. A player who scored a hat-trick in the last game should be scoring that goal. Palmer. Glendon, who's not our Glendon. I think it's George Glendon. Fletcher on the ball. 16 goals so far this season for Fleetwood. He is, like I said, he is their main goal threat. Palmer again in the middle. Glendon. Ball forward to Fortes in the area. Has a go. It's a terrible piece of goalkeeping. Stephen Fortes with a goal. George Glendon with the assist. Neither of us really felt like... neither the defender nor the goalkeeper felt like they wanted to do anything. We don't deserve to be 1-0 down, which is not great, considering... Where are Fleetwood? I don't even see where they were in the table. Oh, they are 17th. We should definitely be beating them. Simpson with a throw-on. Forward to Montoya, who's been fouled in the area? No, he hasn't. Okay, McNally. Nisiala again. Montoya. Where are you going to go with it, Dennis? Out to Jamal. Jamal has got Gasser in front. Gasser. Back to Jamal again. Runs it down the line. No, he doesn't. Finds Montoya in the middle. Montoya to Nisiala. Nisiala's got Clive Todd to his right, who's got acres of space if he can find him. Jamal. Montoya, we're stuck on the left-hand side where all the players are. Gasser. Nisiala again. Turn around. Turn around. There's lots of space behind you, Jamal. Montoya, these four, passing it around between them. Gasser, are you going to make a space? Montoya again. Nisiala gets it. What a surprise. Finds Damianov. He's actually done something. Damianov has a turn. Puts it in the bottom corner, or not really in the middle of the goal. Doesn't matter. It's 1-1 just before half-time, and that was a frustrating highlight. Another highlight just before half-time. Clive Todd crosses in. Fortes gets it clear. Gasser heads it down to Nisiala. Gasser again. Nisiala. What are you going to do with it, son? He's had a go from distance. He's hit it just over and just wide. It is half-time. It is 1 apiece. We should be doing better than that. But I'm glad it is... Well, at least we've scored. We're not going in at 1-0 down. I've not done any subs for the second half. I just kind of instinctively click through everything. I don't think anything's going to come from this highlight either. Although, we are coming forward with a ball. We're not with a pass like that. We're not. El Badoui's running onto it now for Fleetwood. What a tackle that was, McNally. It's going to be a throw-on. 56th minute, Jamal with a throw. Petrelli runs inside, finds Nisiala. Nisiala's facing away from goal as he always seems to do. Runs forward, finds Montoya playing it backwards instead. Jamal, is it going to be these four passing it around again? Nisiala's got Damianov and Petrelli in front. Finds Petrelli, finds Damianov. Damianov back to Petrelli in the area. First time shot into the bottom corner. We are 2-1 up against Fleetwood. We are in the driving seat once again. I don't know where Fleetwood is, but for some reason I imagine this is a local derby. It's probably not. Corner for Fleetwood. Glendon takes it. At the front post, Petrelli gets it clear, only as far as Chapman. It's probably going to go back to Glendon. No, it doesn't. Crossed in. McNally clears. Todd doesn't get there. It's cleared further, though. Robinson's got nowhere really to go. He's got 2 players on him. He's running towards the subs bench. Finds Cousins. Fletcher in the centre. El Badouri has an effort. It is just wide. Could do with the third goal here. 75th minute. I was just about to do a sub, but we're going to have the highlight first. Gasser on the left-hand side. Jamal. Montoya. Forward to Petrelli. Nisiala. Montoya wants it back. He does get it. Gasser's got loads of space on the side. Nisiala forward to Damianov. Into the area. Has a go. Side foot effort. It wasn't really the best idea. And now we're going to do some subs. Right, we're going to bring off Gasser. Jim Glendon is on the bench, but he's not 100% fit, but he is coming on now. Damianov, Stevie Simpson. I do have a right back. Lilic is coming on. There we go. We haven't seen him in a while, apart from last episode when he played. There is 5 minutes left. We have a corner. I was just about to try and do some more subs, or at least rejig everything to make it That's a lot more defensive. Jim Glendon on the ball, the left winger, takes it out wide. Is he going to whip in the cross? He does. It's at the front post. Fortes gets it clear. Dodgy goalkeeping. We are shutting up shop. Jan Schmidt is going to come on for Damianov, who's dropped into the back 5 now. We're going to go defensive. We're going to go contain. Screw it. Petrelli can stay up there by himself. There's like a minute and a half left. 10 seconds left to play. Ball is over the top. Todd's going to get the ball. This should be the end of the game. It should be 3 points in the bag for us. Yes, it is. That is a great result, especially from being 1-0 down. What does that mean for the league table? Probably we're sat in the same position. Yes, it does. We are sat in exactly the same position, but we have now closed the gap on 5th place Sheffield Wednesday to just 2 points. 4 points behind Wolverhampton Wanderers. Some number of points behind Millwall. I think right now, 1st, 2nd and 3rd are just out of reach. Annoyingly, MK Dons are chasing us all the way. Either we need to get ahead of Sheffield Wednesday, or we need MK Dons to start losing some games. Next episode, we are going to have 2 absolutely massive games. They are going to be against top of the table, currently top of the table, Derby County, and 3rd place Millwall. Now, this isn't really... We're not fighting these 2 sides, but if we can pick up any points from these, that is going to make a huge, huge difference in our race for getting into the playoffs. We'll probably also have, in the middle of that, or not in the middle, probably after the Ipswich game, you'll probably have our youth intake, which I'm hoping this time round is going to be a decent intake, because let me show you my new guy. This is Andy Welsh. He's my head of youth development. He's 63 years old, so he's only got a few years left in him, but as you can see, he's working with youngsters, judging player ability and potential with all very high. Personalities driven, which is always a reasonable one to get. Preferred formation is a 4-4-2, which we play a 4-4-2. So I'm hoping he pumps out some decent youth players that fit our formation, and they've all got a driven personality. That is going to do it then for this episode. Next up, like I said, is going to be Derby County, and it's going to be Millwall. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this episode, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time.